It's a thing! Wait, that's terrible. What? So many squares. We're not doing anything with squares, actually. Instead, we're going to answer the question, what is 4/10 of 8/100ths? So you're probably wondering, 4/10? What is that, a decimal? Maybe it's a fraction? 8/100ths. What is that, a decimal? Maybe it's a fraction? It's both! So, here's the deal. 4/10 of 8/100ths. We can show it in different ways. And today we're going to look at the relationship between the decimal math and the fraction math, which I'm pretty excited about. So 4/10 times 8/100ths is one way to show it. I'm going to zoom in just slightly here. Okay. We're going to do 4/10 times 8/100ths. Cool. Where do you want to start? Let's try this decimal math. So I see that this has 2 digits. This has 3 digits. So I'm going to put the number with more digits on top. Digits is kind of a fun word to say, right? Okay, 4 times 8. That's a 32, man. 4 times 0 plus 3. That's 3. Because 4 times 0 is nothing. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then 4 times 0 is 0. I could do the 0 math here and just get a bunch of zeros, but man, that sounds like the world's worst idea. So I just have 1, 2, 3 digits here. I have 1 place value, 1 place value, 1 place value, so that's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So that number, we would call that 0 and 32 thousandths, right? So 32 thousandths is our answer as a decimal. If we look at 4/10 times 8/100ths, so let's take a deep breath. Let it out. Let's look at that fraction, y'all. Let's change up markers too, because why not? So I have 4/10, 8/100ths. We're going to do numerator times numerator, denominator times denominator. Normally, what would we do before we multiplied? I'm sorry, you have to say that louder. Okay, yes, simplify. I know, you can chill out a little bit. All right, so 4/10 times 8/100ths. 4 times 8 is 32. We're not simplifying because I want you to see the connection between the fraction and the decimal. So 10 times 100, so I can do 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1000. Some people just call that 1,000. And so I would see that my final answer is 32 thousandths. And by final answer, of course, I mean P-R-O-D-U-C-T. That spells product. Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So 32 out of 1,000 is actually the same thing as 32 thousandths. So 32 thousandths, 32 thousandths. And so I want you to think about, what does that mean if I get the same answer and I do it different ways, so in different forms? What is that telling you about your options when you're solving problems? Can you do it different ways? I wonder. One thing you would probably do here, if you wanted to leave your answer as a fraction, you do need to simplify. So I would go ahead and divide by like 8, which is just a number that I realized in my head probably fits into both of them. 32 divided by 8 is 4, and then 1,000 divided by 8 is going to be 125, which should look kind of familiar. So 32 thousandths, 32 thousandths. The only difference with fractions is that you're going to simplify. That's it for this video. Have fun. You have fun. Look at this little tiny hand. That's probably going to come back at some point.